Have you ever stopped to wonder how we actually go from learning a dry grammar rule in a book to, having a totally normal flowing conversation? Well, today we're going to pull back the curtain on an English lesson to see exactly how that journey works step by step.
So just think about your own life for a second. How do you talk about all the things you do every single day? Now, first cup of coffee in the morning, the commute you could do with your eyes closed, these are your habits. And the language we use for them, it's actually way more powerful than you might think.
And this just captures the whole idea perfectly. I mean, look at the guy on the left. He's totally comfortable in front of a crowd. It's his normal. He is used to talking in public. But on the right, it's a whole different story, right? That early morning is a real struggle. He's not used to getting up early. It's that contrast between what feels familiar and what really doesn't that we're going to dig into.
Okay, so let's start at the very beginning. Our first stop on this little journey is all about mastering the language of habits, learning how to express all those things that have become total second nature to us.
Let's make this personal for a second. What are you used to doing? Maybe you're a total night owl, used to staying up super late. Or maybe you're used to those huge, chaotic family dinners every Sunday. And hey, what about the things you're not used to? Thinking about this stuff makes the grammar we're about to break down feel so much more real.
All right, now that we've got the what, let's get into the how. It's time to decode the actual grammar that lets us talk about all these habits.
Here it is, the magic formula. The verb be plus used to plus a verb that ends in ing. Now, this is absolutely key. We're not talking about something that happened in the past. We're talking about right now. So, I am used to drinking coffee in the morning means it's my current routine. But it can be more complex, too. Like, she is used to working in a really fast-paced environment.
And here is where it all just clicks into place. Let's go back to our two guys from the beginning. I am used to talking, and I am not used to getting up early. You can literally see that formula in action, perfectly showing how we talk about what's familiar and what isn't.
So, knowing the rules is the first step. That's great, but can you actually hear it in a real conversation when people are talking at a normal speed, maybe stumbling over their words? Now that's the real test. So let's move from theory into practice. This is where the rubber really meets the road. See, in a real lesson, this is the point where you'd listen to actual conversations. And that's a challenge, because real speech is nothing like a textbook. It's fast, it's messy, it's full of slang. This is where you train your ear to find the patterns in all the noise.
And these aren't just random conversations either. They're about real-life situations. Imagine you have to reschedule a doctor's appointment, or you have to apologize to a friend because you missed their party, or you're trying to explain to your boss why that report is late. These are the kinds of conversations that actually matter.
And that brings us to the next level, a really crucial step in sounding more like a native speaker. It's not just about perfect grammar. It's about learning the shortcuts, the little phrases that people use every single day. We call this real talk. And honestly, it's the secret key to unlocking fluency.
I mean, just think about it. You're way more likely to hear someone say, "Sorry, I can't make it," than "I am unable to attend," or "I really don't want to let you down," instead of "I do not wish to disappoint you." These phrases, these are what make your English sound natural and, authentic. Okay, it's time to put it all together. We're going to take our grammar and our real talk and apply them to a situation that we all face all the time, accepting and refusing invitations.
Responding to an invitation is so much more than just saying yes or no. There's a whole social dance to it. First, you get the invite. Then you have to decide. And then comes the really crucial part, figuring out how to word your response so it's clear, polite, and sounds totally natural.
So here's the game plan. If you're accepting, you show your enthusiasm. Of course we'll be there. We're really looking forward to it. But if you have to say no, well, that's a bit of an art form. You have to soften the blow, maybe give a reason or an excuse. This is where language becomes a social tool, helping you navigate these tricky little moments with grace. So when you think about it, we went from a sleepy person struggling with their alarm clock all the way to the art of politely saying no to a party. Our little journey here just goes to show you learning a language is so much more than memorizing rules. It's about building a toolkit to navigate the real world. And now, let's bring it back to you. A new job, a new city, a new hobby. What's one new thing you're getting used to in your life right now? Give it some thought. Thanks for hanging out with me.